Crypto's market sentiment is in the toilet, and everyone right now is saying we are going into a bear market. But if you open your eyes, do your own research, and take a step back, you will see that everything is unfolding how it should, and this is all part of the plan. The OCC just gave US banks the biggest green light signal for XRP for crypto ever seen before, officially allowing these banks to hold crypto on their balance sheets for paying blockchain gas fees. That is huge. So if you are a bank that will use, for example, the XRP ledger, which seemingly and apparently all banks will use that in the future, the OCC has now stated that your bank can hold XRP, allowing them to have the necessary gas token, the necessary token to transact on the XRP ledger, because you should know XRP is a liquidity bridge, the gas fee on the XRP ledger. This is huge for the entire crypto industry, let alone, of course, for XRP. Banks can now hold Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Solana, and other native assets and tokens to get directly involved in blockchain activities instead of relying on third-party services. This is massive. And while this is happening, while we are getting more regulatory clarity for this asset class, the markets are going through another massive correction. Bitcoin currently down 4.03% on the daily time frame, valued at $89,160. You know, this is happening right now, but here's the funny thing, right? Raoul, he made two shocking announcements, one regarding the current market sell-off, the perspective of it right now. Last year, 2024, Bitcoin corrected 32% before rallying past all-time highs past $100,000. Earlier this year, January, Bitcoin also corrected 32% before making another all-time high. We can see that if we look a little bit further. Last year, we saw that 32% correction before rallying past all-time highs past $100,000. And equally, in January, all-time high down 32%, then rallying past once again. What we're seeing right now is yet again another 32% correction. Right now we're down about 29.5%, almost 30% from all-time highs. So we still actually have more room to come down, truth be told. But point being is this is not news to us. And actually, to go even further back to the last bull cycle, we can see in this pullback before the run up to the first top in January 2021, again, another 30% correction. So Bitcoin losing or coming down 30% is not news. It shouldn't cause so much uncertainty, so much FUD right now. We've seen it happen time and time and time again. This is normal behavior. And this is why, as Raoul states, technical analysis, technicals, they are overrated, a double-edged sword, if you will. They are useful but massively flamboyantly oversold. What matters more is fundamentals and market sentiment. That matters so much more, but in saying that, market sentiment is also terrible right now. The worst we have seen in the cycle, which is weird because once again, US banks and many other financial services, TradFi, they're getting involved in crypto. They're given the green light to start adopting and using crypto services. So why in that regard is the market sentiment so bad? We can't say for sure. This bearish sentiment, in my belief, is massively overhyped. And that's also why Raoul states here, and he believes that we will see an explosive rally before the end of the year in the next 45 days or so, which would be crazy. So again, listen closely.
So it's been really a patience game of the sideways choppy market, but people forget also last year was the same. Last year peaked in somewhere early in the year and then did nothing all year. Everyone got so frustrated. Everyone was flinging poo at each other online and getting angry with each other. And then before you know it, took off like a rocket ship in November and December. And I think it's somewhat similar this time around.
As we look at the market chart right now, XRP is currently valued at $2.05, down roughly 7.35% on the daily time frame. And in my opinion, not financial advice, of course, if Raoul's prediction comes true and Bitcoin explodes in the next 45 days going towards the end of the year, XRP, in my belief, most definitely will explode as well, given the massive institutional adoption coming through with ETF funding that are finally coming out for XRP. Canary Capital's come through, Bitwise, 21 shares, Franklin Templeton, and many, many more are on the horizon as well. The bottom line is, while retail is panicking by the price action right now, institutions are actively preparing to adopt this financial asset class. We can even see in this interview here on CNBC, Citibank One of Ripple's partners, by the way, they are not worried about the panicking about short-term price action. They are setting up for the long-term, talking about the future, which is tokenization. Take a listen.
Tell us why you're so excited about tokenized deposits and why maybe that is a better solution than stablecoin.
Yeah, on the payment space. Look, it comes back to what does a client need? So a client wants to move money around the world instantaneously, 24/7, 365 days a year, safely and without hassle and complexity. And that's what tokenization does. Tokenization digitizes entire markets. And we've been working in really making sure that we can serve that use case from the clients. We've been adding new markets for being able to move money instantaneously 24/7. So we just announced that we're adding another currency on. We're adding euro on today, in addition to dollar and sterling and Hong Kong and Sing dollar. We've got 24/7 clearing attached to our digital token services capability. That's added 270 banks that we can move money. So it's not just within the Citi system, but it's also to other banks that we can move instantaneously 24/7 without complexity. So I'm really excited about the movement that you can see in payments. I think tokenization best serves the client's use case.
Also a little bit conspiracy here, truth be told, but knowing smart money finally be given the green light again for crypto adoption, knowing also how manipulative they are, maybe this correction is by design. Maybe they're doing it so they can buy cheap crypto, cheap XRP before the mass adoption starts and crypto explodes in value as it is utilized as the new financial backbone of the monetary system. Point being is right now, it's not the time to be fearful, but a time for you to lock in. So to find out more, stay more locked in, come check out the VIP here, warp.com/coin factory. We have so much alpha documentation, premium insights, educational sources, trade alerts, and so much more. Check it all out for a 7-day free trial as well. Links down below in the description. And always, don't be emotional. Don't look short term, think long term. And I'll see you in the next one.